everyone, it's Feeding Dragon. Now we will be swatching all my ink bottles for the color pinks. It's quite funny to think back that I don't really like pink as a color because the color that they associate with girls are usually pinks. So even though I have lots of pink things, I'm not really a fan of them. Thus it's quite eye opening how many pink inks I have in my collection. And so yeah, we will start sketching. I'm using my new Yusari notebook blank A5 size, and on the side I have this kakimori brush nib, a paper towel, and water and extra rhodia paper. There are still some space below the purple, so I will just use this paper. And let's get to it. The first ink that I will swatch is one of my new Shanghai Stationary ink, Lotus of the Silver Moon. I still haven't put this one inside a pen yet, so I don't know how it behaves and all that stuff. One thing that I know about this ink is that it's a very light ink. So when I ink it later, I will make sure that I choose the wetter pen that goes with it. But in this swatch, it does not look that light. Shanghai Stationary. So that would be interesting to find. Lotus of the Silver Moon. Okay, I see. So it dries to a lighter color after a while. So that's quite the opposite of things that I can think of, because usually it dries to a darker color for lots of ink, but not for this Lotus of the Silver Moon. Okay. I will put rose quartz next to that ink because it looks kind of similar to each other. Next up is another of Shanghai Stationary ink. It's Tao Hua. I got it from the goodie bag of Touch Pen Show last year. While I am not getting the Touch Pen Show ticket with the goodie bag this year because it's much more expensive. And considering the previous years and all that, I think I will be okay not having the goodie bag. Although I admit that I have a little bit of FOMO with all the items that are in this year's goodie bag. But at the same time, I don't really need extra items. Oh, this is so pretty. So previously, for this Tao Hua ink, I put it inside my Bacchus Predator plate nib, and it was not a pleasant experience between the two because the nib is on the sharper side, and specifically for the Mark Bacchus Predator plate nib, I really need to put a very wet ink in it, which Tao Hua is not really, because it's more on the watery side. So I can already see here that there are already some feathering involved. Okay, next one is the Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz. I believe this is the special edition from 2 years ago. Wait, let me count. Last year it was the golden lapis, and 2025 is the apricot. Then this is the 2022 then. It was my first Pelikan hub, and well, I love the fact that I got an ink after coming to the Pelikan hub. So Pelikan, Edelstein. Is it limited edition 2020? What did I say about this again? 2022 or 2023? I'm looking at my notes on the side, although I cannot see it on first glance. I would just assume that it's 2020. Wait, 23, 4, 5. Yeah, 23. Oh my god, that takes long time. Those Quartz. I just love how it looks like greenish on the outside of the bottle. I think it is one of the ink component in it. And I wouldn't be surprised, even though I haven't tried it yet, that this ink would have some kind of UV lighting, but I don't know, don't quote me on that. But I have a hunch that it is what happened with this ink, and that's why there's like a greenish tint on it. Oh, I'm spouting nonsense, and I don't know if that's true or not. So okay, next up is my only Rohrer Klingner in this color. It's Solferino, and I got this bottle from the Karma table from Touch Pensio this year. Previously, I only tried a sample of this ink and I love it so much. Although, while it is very affordable here in the Netherlands, I still haven't bought it yet, just because I know that I have lots of inks already, and I promised myself that I will buy Rohrer Klingner inks if one day I decided not to be an ink dragon again and just settles on a small number of inks. I don't know if that will happen in the near future, but we never know. I may get bored with the inks and just decided to go to the basics. Maybe people change, and so I will not pretend that I will stay the same throughout the years. Why am I saying this? Anyway, I am glad that I got this bottle of ink. It's a very gorgeous color and I want to ink it more. Okay, the next ink is ink from Studyo Agackakan. So apparently they started making their own inks. And this is Erguvan bogazi. The translation here is Bosporus of the Red Bud, but I put the name, like the Turkish name, inside another translation app and it gives me a different translation, so I don't really know which I use. Oh, it's actually my first time swatching this. Studyo Agackakan Erguvan bogazi. I'm still waiting for one of my Studyo Agackakan to go on rotation before I put this in, because I want to put Studyo Agackakan ink inside a Studyo Agackakan pen this time. That's a pretty pink, and I don't have any color in that color, I think, so that's quite nice. I'll be curious to find how similar it is to one of my Diamine Inkvent. We will see a bit later. Next up is my Herbin Larmes de Cassis. It's my only 30 milli Herbin standard ink line. So some people count this ink as purple, but I think, at least from memory, This feels like more pink to me. So let's see. Yeah, it's more pink. So Herbin, Larmes, the Cassis. Although I can get it that the outer sticker of this bottle very much looks like purple, and maybe that's why people think of it as purple, but it's totally pink for me. And just like any regular Herbin ink, it's one of the more well-behaved ink. I also have another sample of, okay, not sample, I count this as bottle because they just feels like bottle, but I should probably count this as sample. It's Herbin Rose Cyclamen, which is a very bright pink. I wonder now how many mils there are in this small bottle, and since it is already halfway, then how many mils is left? Maybe about 5. Oh, and it feels very smooth on this kakimori press nib, so that's quite interesting. I need to check my notes, but I think I inked this on my double broad nib. Yes, I did ink this on double broad, and oh, I have my first incident here. And I've been quite lucky with my swatching so far, which I will jinx it really soon, that they are quite neat. Although I can already see some pinks on my fingers. And oh, that's quite interesting. Maybe that's the first Herbin ink that feathers on this paper. This rose cyclamen. Oh, it does make sense though if I remember how nice it glides on my kakimori brush nib, so it might be more, how to say it, concentrated. I don't know. It feathers here, so that's something to be seen. And the Shanghai Stationary Tao Hua also feathers here. But the rest seems safe. On very heavy application on the sulfur, now I can see green sheen and also a tiny bit of feather, but it's still fine. I will go with Jingleberry now. It's a Diamine Inkvent from 2022. It's a standard ink. And I think the color would be very close to this too, so we will see now. Oh, it's not as close as I imagined it to be. Which one is this again? Is it the Jingleberry? This is Jingleberry. Inkvent 2022. Like, I'm imagining this Jingleberry to be more saturated and more in the face, but it, compared to the other two that I have here, is actually quite tame. And the next one would be my other Diamine ink. It is Inkvent from, let me check my note, 2021, Raspberry Rose. I feel like for every year of Diamine Inkvent, I am waiting on what kind of rose they have on the Diamine Inkvent. So like for last year it was wilted rose, previous year to that it's the cashmere rose, and the previous year is the raspberry rose. I feel like I'm missing one more, but it's just something that I want to see the progression on. And I wonder what kind of rose color it will be this year. And I am buying the Diamine Inkvent this year for the first time. So that makes the hype even higher. Well, I never really have an advent calendar before. Maybe that's why I was hesitant on doing the Diamond Inkvent myself. But last year I did one with the teas and sticky club, and I had so much fun with them that I'm like, okay, Diamond Inkvent, I need to do that this year. Okay, second to last is my little bottle of Tono and Limbs Niigata that I got from Sakura pen meet last autumn. I wonder if, oh yeah, I didn't fully open it last time. It's the Prefecture series, and it's a cute pink. Not the types that I will take by myself, but I don't mind having it in my collection. Oh no, I have some more inks on my hand because I forgot that that one is not dry yet. I would think that this is similar to Larmes de Cassis, and I can see the similarities, although Larmes de Cassis is much more purple than Niigata. And that's an okay color, although I don't know if I will ever ink it again in the real, not real, in the near future, because it's not the type of color that I am drawn to. And lastly, it's Taunus ink. So this person makes his own ink, and he only appears in at least I know he's in Dutch pen show. I don't know if he's in any other pen shows as well, and he does creating in for fun, and he does not want to name his inks. So this ink does not have any names. I will just say Taunus ink. It's more on the peachy color, and it looks way more pink in another color. No, not that color, another paper. Oh, that's quite interesting. There are some yellows that goes together with this ink. No wonder it feels quite complex compared to the regular ink. It's fun to discover some of the chromatography from some of these inks. Although the pinks are not as dramatic as the purple or the blues. I have some of them on my table, just going to show you real quick just because it's fun. Look at this blue. And yeah, I don't know where I put the reds. They are somewhere, or if I still have it anyway. So yeah, get that out of the way. And these are all the not purple. These are all the pinks that I have in a bottle. There are some that look very similar, but none of them are exactly the same, so I am grateful for that. There are some with shading, although, and this one is the only one with sheening that I can see here. Otherwise, on both the Yusari paper and on the Rhodia paper, they pretty much look the same, just with a different undertone because one is on the cream paper and the other is on the white paper. I will bring the page closer. So on the left side here, we get the Shanghai Stationary, Pelikan Edelstein, Rohrer Klingner, and Studyo Agackakan. Only the Rohrer Klingner Solferino have the purplish, no, greenish sheen on it. And Lotus of the Silver Moon and This Erguvan bogazi have the most shading out of these five. And on the right side here, we get the Larmes Taunus ink, Rose Cyclamen, Jingle Berry, Niigata, and Raspberry Rose. Let me see. Rose Cyclamen is the only one that feathers in this page. All of these have certain shading ink in it. And I think the raspberry rose is the most dramatic just because it have like a outer ring similar to sheening but not really sheening on very heavy application, which make it more dramatic than the rest. Alright, so tell me, what's your favorite pink ink that you have in your collection? And I'm so excited that I only have two categories left after this, which are the browns. I have quite a lot of them, and my little collection of gray and blacks. I'm excited for that one, and I will see you on the next swatching. Bye bye!